my skin fade marinate. We got tossed up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. #1.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He had the green light to sling it last week.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your... game.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week.
15 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Mahomes to throw. His throw incomplete.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They got to be consistent.
There he goes, left side.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Really impressive.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me. The other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this up to the 32.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
The Jaguars had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Straight ahead, ETN. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Chris Jones on the stop. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Jones with the catch, and we saw that plenty last season. Fit in well with the Jaguars' 2022 free agent frenzy. Over 800 yards, a dependable target for what was suddenly one of the league's most potent passing attacks.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Rolling to his right.
Open man downfield is Ridley.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 31-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
This is caught. It's Kirk. First catch for the man who led the Jags in catches a year ago, and it's a Jacksonville first down.
That's good. Another Jacksonville first and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan, and this is what they want.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Inside the 20.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Now Lawrence.
This is caught. Touchdown.
Zay Jones.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now here comes Kansas City.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A run by Pacheco on second down.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no jump plays. That's what they got to take care of.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On the return, here's Agnew. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And some space here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
ETN once more. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
On play action, Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
from midfield. Here's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's James. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss. Mahomes to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not to any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Lawrence will throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now Etienne to start the drive.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top unsuccessfully.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Butker's kick here is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars back again.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Another tote for Etienne. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Etienne up the middle.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
They go play action with Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On second down, here's Mahomes.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade and Lurican. Inside the 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Deliver and accept it. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Yeah, this pass broken up. That's an advantage on 3rd down, as that was not easy to hold on to.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they've clawed their way back into this game. First half, they were down pretty big. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. How have they done it?
First thing is what you just talked about, clawing their way back in. That means they decided to go ahead and fight this thing out, which is great. The second part is they looked at where the problems were in the first half, figured out how to shore them up, and have now gone to that part of the playbook that is actually working for them. A few adjustments, a few changes, and really good execution.
Now we'll see if that trend can continue.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the counter, Etienne.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And quickly, they get to the line.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Steps away. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down. Here's the rookie from Auburn, Tank Bigsby.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He was a 3rd-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the 1st round, late in the 1st round. He ends up sliding to the 3rd. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Points on the board. Come on, big play. Let's go, let's get that touch.
And he will find Ridley on the left side.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The kick by McManus is good.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's James. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep fighting.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
second down. Back to Edwards-Helaire.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On play action, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. A game there of 30 big ones.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 136 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A give running right, Etienne.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
2nd and 6 coming up. Straight ahead, Etienne.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Here's a give to Etienne.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by by 7. A little under 50 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if the tackle happens in bounds.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37.
Mahomes to throw it. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Jacksonville, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie, and Nas, Face Mob, Easy and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction. The proof's in the pudding, it's none missing. You and your opinion, you can stick that up your... I jumped to touch the sky and landed on planet Uranus. Houston